When Michael Penix Jr. got drafted by the Atlanta Falcons, everyone was sitting right there at that draft saying, what's up with that? Because Kirk Cousins just left Minnesota to be your starting quarterback, and you just paid him gajillions of dollars, and you went ahead and used a draft choice instead of to support this veteran quarterback in his final dotage years in the National Football League to try and go all in on that basket in the same way the Jets were doing with Aaron Rodgers at the time, not knowing that the Steelers were going to do the same thing with Rodgers in a couple of years. But I get ahead of myself. We were all sitting there going, what are the Falcons thinking by taking a quarterback at all, let alone one who is, arguably coming into this draft that has since, as we've seen, put Drake May into the ether, and we see what he's doing now. Jaden Daniels was the unicorn last year, and we see what Bo Nix has become there, and we're waiting for J.J. McCarthy to still show up regularly like he did in Michigan, winning a national championship there. And Caleb Williams, my goodness gracious, now is a 7-3 NFC North leading into Week 12 quarterback.
Yeah, finally looks like the number one overall pick.
But Penix, out of all of them, was believed to be the most pro-ready because he's also, a Brandon Whedon, age.
A little older.
Okay.
Yeah,
he's
older.
24, and he also, boy, does he have that gorgeous spiral, like an NFL film spiral.
No doubt.
And a rocket arm, but also a surgically repaired knee multiple times over, having suffered not one, not two, not three, but 4 season-ending injuries in his college career where he was all over the map. But that's not his fault. It's part and parcel of the way things are going in college football now. So you're drafting somebody that a lot of people thought they didn't need. And then they drafted somebody whose availability wasn't always his best ability. And sure enough, they needed him last year because Kirk Cousins started falling apart at the seams, coming off of an Achilles injury of his own, right? And they turned to Penix. Save the season, kid. He couldn't. He tried. Then he gets the starting job this year, and everyone's wondering, are you going to get rid of Kirk Cousins now? And the answer was no. Doesn't matter how expensive he is. We may need him. And we were all like, wink, wink. All right. That's just you trying to cover the fact and cover some tracks of drafting Penix and having a bad signing, and you're definitely going to offload him at some point. Nobody knocked on the door to their liking with an offer. They held on to him. Penix missed 1 game with a bone bruise on a knee this year. Didn't look great for Cousins in that game. Tua and the Dolphins started planting their feet and pirouetting on their season. We'll see how much more winning they can do. But here we are now on this Week 12 Wednesday with the Atlanta Falcons having lost in overtime at home to the Carolina Panthers in a game where they not only lost Drake London with a knee injury, but lost Penix with 1-2. And we find out today, season-ending knee surgery for Michael Penix Jr. And it's yet another ACL injury, partially torn, thank goodness. But this was the concern about him, and it's not fair to bring up his injury history at this moment, except for the fact that the Falcons have a season on the line, and unbelievably, the person they're turning to save it is the guy they turned away from last year and turned to Penix to save it, and Kirk Cousins, who's still there. And it's a much bigger hole from which the Falcons are asking Cousins to dig out of rather than the one that Cousins handed to Penix last year. Dire straits for the Atlanta Falcons, who are now looking up in the standings at a Carolina Panthers team that has already swept them this year for the first time since 2013. Atlanta, 3-7. They're not even in the sniffing it category when we show you the NFC standings here. And we're very lenient on the sniffing it portion of
We're generous.
Yeah, we're generous when it comes to we expand the circle to 4-5-1 teams. But after that, we got to turn our back on you. They're not even in the mix right now. And Atlanta's next game is at New Orleans before they visit the Jets, and then they're home for Seattle at Tampa on a Thursday night, mid-December.
And even more damning, they do not own their first-round pick next year.
That belongs to the Rams because they traded back into it for more defensive pass rush help, which has been an improvement this year. So it looks like the Falcons are in a position where they couldn't even have imagined they'd be in right now. Or certainly they hoped they wouldn't be in, with Penix not there because he hurt a knee that a lot of red flags were flying about.
I mean, did we all have them in the playoffs this year? Or
did you choose them to win the division?
I think I might have.
I
Their offense is stacked and improved defense. It's all right there.
And by the way, Drake London might not play this week either. It looks like he's not.
Yep.
Because of that aforementioned knee injury. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.